Hello, greetings and welcome to the inaugural installment of dissection logs, for the sake of the lack of a more clever title. Tonight we've been experimenting with several different subjects. Unfortunately, none of them survived to make it to the taping. However, I have since completed a new experiment, which we'll call it a success. At least it's still breathing. And blinking. 2 more actions than the previous subjects. However, it does seem that it has an interesting reaction to music. Coincidence? Perhaps not. Worse than again, it might have something to do with the fact that it was reanimated with a stereo. But one does what one can with the electrical devices at hand. Now, I never said it was a complete success. However, it has gradually learned to evolve, at least to a certain extent. If it sleeps, it might die again. No better than to sleep. Sleep is for dead things. As it is, there are things to be eaten. However, at the very least, it does seem to possess some cognitive ability. Perhaps not as much as previous subjects. However, previous subjects didn't keep breathing. So, I suppose sacrifices must be made. Speech tends to be one of the more difficult aspects to teach to a subject. And in some cases, manners. But well, it shows promise at least. At least this goes to show that something can in fact be reanimated, just with relatively little function. This just won't do. Perhaps an educational program of some sorts should be input next time. we attempted with recent programming, but the educational material of today's society just doesn't seem to work on the reanimated. Flames, apparently, however, are captivating. I must say I've always had a certain fondness to watch something burn, but but for the first experiment of the evening, we'll see if we can at least attempt to teach it to utilize the tool. Perhaps you'll have more success with music, given your audiographic creation. It's a start. You'll have to bear with me, as it's only been conscious for a matter of hours. Of course, I myself have been conscious for more than a matter of hours. But perhaps this is... No, not food. Do you have any idea how long it took me to put you together? Really? Let's start. At least it's devised a use for said tool. Apparently it seems lucky for both prey and project that it wasn't a sharp object. Thank you, but I have quite enough dead things as presents already. The original concept was to attempt to reanimate a body with cognitive function. Cognitive function seems minuscule at best. However, being the first step in human-esque reanimation, not a total failure. If only there was some way to retain the information or input proper information. However, a dead brain retains relatively little, and the reanimated seem to have very limited potential for learning. However surprising, there is not a dread fascination with the dismemberment / disembodiment / beheading or eating of living flesh. This is most beneficial. However, technically as a dead thing, it is without rights. And this, students, pupils, viewers, must be changed. While zombies and other reanimated life forms may not necessarily be coherent, cognitive, or even well-mannered, they were people, at the very least, and should be treated at least as some useful-ish creators tools. Detarian tools. And apparently, at which point it becomes full, what once would have been a meal plan is relatively less important. However, the reanimated who gets to regain their strength. The most difficult aspect, I suppose, would be the education. The slowly refiring synapses seem to be sending mixed signals towards the body. Apparently it doesn't know whether it should eat or regurgitate. Not at the table yet. Or else we go back in the box. In all the pieces that you were assembled from. However, at least I was successfully able to assemble it with minor confusion to instructions. I mean, who really knows where circuit rod A really implements with circuit rod B? However, I do believe at this time it would be best to attempt a re-education program. And therefore, before this insufficiently reanimated life form completely re-expires, we must return to the lab and hopefully fix it. Until then, keep gutting.